Well, I'll tell you what, that'll preach on Sunday morning. We know that health policies and voting will matter beyond this November election. How can communities support ongoing civic engagement after this election? And how does voting for a particular platform impact health policy?
I love that question. I mean, this is not check the box work, right? Here we go to the polls and we literally check our box and then we leave and it's done and it's over with. It is not. I mean, it is about our responsibility that we have as believers. And interestingly enough, the science suggests that civic engagement is a factor that enhances health and well being. We find that people that are more likely to be engaged in their community activists around civic engagement, voting, things of that nature, tend to have better health outcomes because it's not just about the physiology of it, but it's the relationship driven, it's the engagement, it's the social context. And so absolutely voting is good for your health. And so we want to see people taking advantage of those responsibilities, right? To be good stewards and to recognize that we're voting principles, not parties. So we in this society are in just an extremely divisive, partisan driven era. Um, as opposed to things being political, when we have scarce resources and we're trying to determine how to allocate things and which community gets what, that is political. But we've now aligned partisanship with those tough decisions. And we've almost, in an extreme sort of way, tried to inaccurately align faith and religion, I'm going to say in this context, to particular parties, which is absurd, right? We know that followers of Jesus Christ are both in the Republican and in the Democratic parties. But we see a skewing of the narrative to suggest that if you're in this party, you must not hold Christian principles. And so being really careful about that and voting for who are the people. You know, I'll just give you like another little example. I happen to belong to Alpha Kappa Alpha, which is, we know, a Black sorority. But many of my dear friends and family members belong to Delta Sigma Theta. It no longer, it does not make any more sense for me to say I would never vote for her because she's a Delta, just like we have now people saying, I would never vote for him because he's a Republican. That's absurd. Like, what is the heart of that person that you're discerning? And are they following and advocating for principles that are going to align not just with your needs, but also what does the word say? And God is not a soul issue God, right? He's concerned about lots, really everything in our life and our well-being. And sometimes what's happened in this partisan narrative, we've gotten pushed to singular issues. And this is the one issue that is deterministic for all of our decisions. And so faith, again, enhances your responsibility and your obligation, I would say, to be good stewards of this earth. And we do that through one strategy as voting.